Hello everyone. This is my 19th update since the arrival of COVID-19, where I've been talking to you about how New Zealand's handling the progress through the various levels and the impact on our recovery. Now, last week I didn't talk to you, as at that time there had actually been no changes as it related to our New Zealand immigration policies. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Ranson, and I'm based in the Wellington region, which is the capital city of New Zealand at the bottom of the North Island. And I operate throughout New Zealand with a global outreach. I'm a licensed immigration advisor, accredited and licensed by the New Zealand government, specialising in all types of New Zealand immigration apart from refugee law. The purpose of my communications is to update you, the New Zealand employers, migrants in New Zealand, and those who are sadly trapped offshore. Now, since my last communication, it has been discovered that COVID-19 virus has been found in the community within Auckland, which is our largest city. And this has resulted in our government moving the Auckland greater city area into level 3 lockdown, and the rest of the country adjusted to level 2. Now, considerable work has been undertaken to stop community spread, and the origins of this recent outbreak is still being under investigation. Now, whilst carriers of the virus are being picked up at our border from returning New Zealand residents and citizens, and those who have gained special exemptions to come through, these folk are placed in compulsory managed quarantining for 14 days with tests taking place, and until they are clear, they're not released into the community. Hence the concern by the government to have the new outbreak in our community. It's about keeping New Zealand safe. Now, in the past week, the government has announced 3 changes with the immigration policy. One, reversing a prior bad decision from July 2020, whereby employer-assisted work visa extensions were only being granted to the principal applicant, and accompanying family had to apply separately and pay for visitor visas. Now, a lot of pressure was put on because it really was a bad decision. So the changes coming now, they're going to apply to the partners and the dependents of the principal visa holder if their visas would have expired from 17 August to 31 December 2020. Now, this means that the dependents will have their visas extended to the same expiry period as the principal applicant. And we're told that Immigration New Zealand is sending out confirmation of this by 25 August. So what happens if you acted on the previous information and the principal applicant obtained their automatic extension and your accompanying family had to pay to get a new visa and granted an interim visa? This application may be withdrawn from Immigration New Zealand and you can request a refund. Immigration New Zealand is not guaranteeing you will get a refund, but will consider on a case-by-case basis. I think that is rather strange. If you meet the criteria given, why wouldn't you get a refund? Now, for the rest of you who have received your new visa, having applied on the previous policy, unfortunately, you won't get a refund. Now, the next policy change relates to the recognised seasonal workers. This is a scheme that allows the horticulture and the viticultural industries to recruit workers from overseas for seasonal work. And these overseas workers, they're needed because generally there's insufficient New Zealand workers to undertake this type of employment. So Why New Zealand unemployed persons who receive a government unemployment benefit could not be trained to help in this category is quite mystifying. So those employers who operate under the recognised seasonal employer work scheme, an extension is being granted to visas by 6 months. This means that workers who had their visas expiry from 18 August to 31 December 2020, you have the opportunity to stay and work in New Zealand, which really helps the employer have some certainty about his work team for the coming season. Now, the final change for the week relates to the supermarket workers. Those of you who really have been marvellous because you've been so willing to fill the labour supply needs that the supermarkets need. Providing that supermarket is located in a region that's rated a COVID-19 level 3, or should we get to level 4, work visa holders are allowed to work in roles other than those specified in your visa, and student visa holders, you're allowed to work for more than 20 hours per week. Look, thank you for coming to our assistance. Our borders still continue being shut, and there is no plan when this will change. So for any persons coming in, our managed quarantine facilities present the biggest issue, and I'll keep you updated on any developments. Now, for those investors and entrepreneurs listening to me, look, please do look at New Zealand. There are great opportunities and a way to make an impression on the economic recovery of this country. We need you. And we really are keeping control of that virus, which the world is facing. So look, let me know if I can help. Make contact. We at Woburn International are a great team of knowledgeable, skilled people with high values. So talk to us about what you would like to achieve with your immigration needs, and we'll assess your prospects at no charge. So until next week, keep safe and healthy. And if you want to make contact me through Woburn International or June Ranson at woburn.co.nz. Thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.